This weekend's race at Darlington Raceway is a special one for the sport of NASCAR and one local racing legend who cut his teeth racing on the beaches at Daytona. Sports anchor Heather Williams has more on how one of the top truck teams is honoring Johnson City resident Brownie King.
The spring race weekend at Darlington is known as NASCAR's throwback weekend. Drivers in all three of the sport's top series have special paint schemes honoring a piece of the sport's past at one of the sport's oldest tracks. So let's travel back in time to the early 1950s when a young man from Johnson City was sitting in the stands of the South Carolina track, dreaming of racing with the legends of the sport. From a young age, Brownie King had a need for speed.
I was running way too fast out here on the highways.
He channeled that speed into a 9-year NASCAR career, the memories of which live here on the walls of Gray, Tire, and Automotive. The store is owned by his daughter, Debbie, and it's where Craftsman Truck Series driver Christian Eckes first learned of King.
They stopped by one day last year before the Bristol race, and we started showing them pictures of Dad and where he raced in NASCAR back years ago.
That visit is where this weekend's paint scheme for Eckes' 19 truck was born, to pay tribute to Brownie and the car he drove in the 1958 Southern 500 at Darlington.
We talked about racing. He's got so many cool stories. I believe the car that I'm running, he actually flipped it at Darlington, flipped it back over and kept racing.
Once I started driving race cars, started feeling like what it was to flip upside down, roll over, and all that stuff in a race car. Well, that slowed me down on the highway.
Unfortunately, Brownie is too ill to travel to this weekend's race, but he still plans on watching and hopefully seeing his old car in victory lane. Eckes comes into the weekend second in the points with 2 wins on the season, including here in Bristol.